So I guess with Black White 2 coming out in like the next 2 weeks-ish, something like that, maybe a week and a half, something like that, I figure it's safe to start uploading Black White 2 content, because everyone else is doing it. I think I had this game pre-edited, and then Shofu and Hayden were going through their things, and I was like, well, better hold off on uploading this until I see what the fuck is happening. It seems like they're doing okay, and everyone else is doing okay. Everyone's fun, happy times and shit, so might as well just upload this. So here we go. It's an older game. I think I had against Santuga for the win, and it was a UU match looking at the shit, so might as well just jump into it. Yep. So he leads off with Snorlax. I just caught the nickname. I don't know why I just caught that after like 4 takes. Oh my god. Okay, so not a very good matchup, Yanmega versus Snorlax. I guess it kind of expected that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to my Registeel to take any one of his hits that he wants to go for. It was more than likely gonna end up being the return. If he went for Pursuit there, that would have been pretty good as well. But the thing that didn't even cross my mind until just now is he could have just gone for the Fire Punch, expecting both of them if he was packing it, but he opts not to go for it now, and that kind of leads me to believe that his choice, or I don't know, maybe he doesn't have it, because that was a really excellent opportunity to go for it, because all I was really going to do was freaking set up my Stealth Rocks, you know, get him up as early as possible. Found an opportunity on turn 2, might as well go with it. So he's going to set up a layer of spikes as I go for T-Wave, just to make things a little bit less annoying and make this thing that much easier to take out. But I think there's a double switch right here. He's going to go out into his, what is it, Kingdra? I think he was probably expecting the Earthquake or something like that and wanted something else to take it a little bit better, or for whatever reason he just said, okay, he's gonna switch out. But I go into my Raikou, Specs Raikou. You might recognize the name, but this is before I fix the EVs and shit. I've already told the story a couple times, so yeah. Have no idea why I went for the extra sensory here, to be completely honest. I had some weird thing going on with my mind where I forgot the hidden power, and I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this shit. I'm just gonna go with extra sensory, see how much it does, and I know I'm not gonna go for the electric move because he has this thing. Anything else will be fine, and there's that. So going to my Hitmontop, I think just to scare him off and potentially blow away the spikes, but he ends up going for the Dragon Tail anyways. That's not that bad. It does nothing after the Intimidate. Decides to bring me back in a Registeel. I figured kind of after the Intimidate that I would be good to take an Earthquake, which is why I think I decide to go for an Iron Head here. Or maybe just, no, okay, maybe that's later in the game, whatever. Switching back out to get another Intimidate, and I think he switches here. Truthfully, I haven't seen this match in quite some time, but I guess he sets up a Stealth Rock, so that's fine. I can spin here, I can go for close combat. He has -2 on him right now. I'm not scared of this thing at all, even if it wants to go for a Stab Earthquake or whatever the fuck else it would go for. But he ends up switching out, decides to go back into his Kingdra on the turn that I Rapid Spin. That is okay with me. You know, I'll get to blow away Stealth Rocks and a layer of spikes essentially for free, and I do still have something that can take hits from Kingdra. If he wants to set up Manual Rain or start Dragon Dancing, as long as he doesn't have a sub up, I always have that switch to Registeel that I can fall back on, and assuming he's the special attacking variant, which he does confirm somewhat. I don't know if he's fully special attacking, but he does reveal a Hydro Pump. I do take it more or less okay. And I'm going to be able to T-Wave, assuming he doesn't have the sub or anything like that. But I think he maybe... No, he doesn't. Oh, he goes... Why is this thing named Heracross? He has a Heracross, but this thing is a cool... I'm so confused. Okay, Seismic Tossing happens, and that's going to do about that much. A really bulky thing, that Quillfish. I should probably run one of those. I've seen a couple people, I think I fought against a couple of them around the time that this match was taken. Like 3 people brought one against me, and it's a really interesting Pokemon now that it has Intimidate and it's got the spikes and the toxic spikes. It's kind of cool. So he goes for Waterfall, doesn't end up doing too much, but I think, what do? I think I go for another Seismic Toss. He brings in his Rhyperior, and I think after that I end up going for an Iron Head, because I wasn't sure which one was gonna do more, because Seismic Toss is set 100, and I do notice that I'm faster right here with the leftover, so I was like, okay, if I get a flinch with Iron Head, even if it doesn't do that much, I still have that turn where I'm safe, and I can kind of just go with that. I'm not too worried about Kingdra right now. It turns out I don't get the flinch, and it doesn't really end up doing as much as Seismic Toss. That's kind of okay. You know, I could have gone to a damage calculator and tested that, but in that moment I was just like, fuck it, we'll go with it, and we'll just see how it plays out. I didn't really need Registeel that badly, because I do have the safe switch into Yanmega, and I'm just going to be able to go ahead and Giga Drain and take him out anyways. So Crisis kind of averted. As long as I can protect once against Kingdra, I should be good to go. But the thing I'm still worried about is Snorlax. And I kind of feel like Registeel versus Snorlax is kind of a poor matchup anyway, especially if he ends up being choice and he ends up locking himself into a super effective move against it. That's not really going to work out. But decide to go back out into Hitmontop, both to scare it and get the Intimidate off. This return really isn't going to do too much. Actually, wow, that did a pretty sizable chunk. Just kidding, even after the Intimidate. So I think it's on this turn that I figured out that it was Choice Banded. Excuse me for not really being on top of my shit on this game. I don't really feel like rewatching since it's already been edited and stuff, and it's just been so long since I've seen this game. It's been like nearly 5 or 6 weeks or something like that since I've watched it. But bring in Raikou, and I kind of expected this switch to happen, so I'm going to be able to go ahead and go for the Volt Switch now that his Rhyperior is gone, just in case he does want to end up switching. If he wants to leave it in, that's fine. Hey, you know, Quillfish is gone, and my physical attackers now have a little bit of leeway, which is why I decided to go into my Scarf Machamp. I don't remember if I switched off Superpower for close combat yet, but he brings in his Slowking. I don't like the matchup just because of how much HP he has. I do have Thunder Punch, but maybe a little bit more damage on it will be okay. So right now I'm going to go ahead and bring in, I believe, Hitmontop just as death fodder because his what was I going to say? His Quillfish is gone, so he's not going to set up spikes anymore. His Rhyperior is gone, so he can no longer set up Stealth Rocks. Therefore, I don't really need this thing. It's kind of, I've kind of run its use, you know, through the entire course of the match. It's done its job. So goes into Kingdra. I believe I can get off one Toxic on something, and it put in some decent work this game. So did a decent job keeping the physical attackers at bay. Even got a status off a couple things. Blew away the hazards once or twice, probably once, and it allows me the safe switch because it dies to burn damage. So hey, that's actually not too shabby. And it's not boosted, so I get this safe switch more or less into my Weavile. And this thing is gonna get some use eventually. But this is my sub Honeclaw set, and I was just kind of expecting him to be scared off right here, just based on the pure fucking fact that I'm faster. But it doesn't work out. I end up going for the sub, and I think we already learned that he was Life Orb, but Life Orb and Poison are gonna add up quite nicely. So I got sub and lefties going on. I think I might be adamant too. I'm not 100% on this, but go for another sub because I keep expecting him to switch out to maybe want to save this thing for later, but he's pretty intent on not saving it, and I think he dies this turn to Life Orb and poison damage. I think right there the reason he went for the second Draco is he didn't want me having a sub up by the time the thing died. A smart play on his behalf, by the way. So I'm at around half HP, and he brings in Heracross, and it's like, not Scarf. I'm like, okay, some people do this shit with their nicknames, and I'm gonna end up being psyched out, and it's probably not actually Scarfed. And to be truthful, my freaking typing coverage on this thing, I think I have Night Slash and Dynamic Punch. Dark and Fighting is really good coverage, but freaking Heracross walls it for days, and then it turns out that he does end up being Scarf. So I don't really have a lot of use for this thing. It would have been maybe nice to have against Snorlax, and I think Slowking is still alive, but as long as Heracross is alive, I can't do shit with it. Fortunately, Yanmega is a nice switch into it now that I actually know that it's Scarf. So gonna be able to do that. And then I think I figured that he was going to go out into Snorlax, so a double switch happened there. Decided to go for the Volt Switch. That was a crit Volt Switch, and I think this was when I started to doubt how many special attack EVs I had in this thing, because I think it should have done a little more. And it turns out that it should have done a little more, because I thought it was maxed out on special attack. It wasn't, but get to go into Machamp as he decides to switch out into his Slowking. That was freaking obvious as hell, which is why I decided to Thunder Punch on the switch. I figured with the amount of HP that Snorlax was at the moment, I would have been able to take it out anyways. Thunder Punch really doesn't end up doing too much, but fuck it, I'm just going to go for another one anyway, and it does significantly more because it's a critical hit. Don't know how much that ended up mattering. I do still have Yanmega with the Giga Drain, so I'm probably going to say not that much, but I think he predicts my my switch to something here. I don't fucking know what. To my Raikou, which is why he goes for the Earthquake. Gets a Revenge Crit. I honestly don't care because I'm going to stay in and just go for the Thunder Punch again anyways. And now that I see that he's locked in an Earthquake, I can go into Yanmega. This was a really obvious switch. I don't know why he didn't take advantage of it, but hey. So he switches out, and it's going to give me a free hit on Snorlax after taking quite a bit of Stealth Rocks damage, or just fucking Stealth Rocks damage in general. He was kind of at the range of HP where I kind of felt like an Air Slash would have taken him out anyway. Used to crit is useless, but man, there have been a lot of crits this game so far. Many of them not really mattering, you know, the whole string right there. The one against Snorlax, not Snorlax, Slowking, not, well, maybe, I don't know. I still had this thing alive anyways, and I'm just going to go ahead and end up speed boosting again. Just get a Protect just to be securely faster than this thing, because I don't remember my multiplying and my speed numbers and shit right off the top of my head. Might as well get another one for security's sake, especially because that was his last one, and it's going to give me enough speed to hit him with an Air Slash and take him out for the 3-0. I think I had Machamp with a little bit of HP left, and I'm pretty sure Raikou didn't die either. Everything else was kind of there, and I considered that a pretty good match. I forgot I had this one, and it turned out I hadn't uploaded it, so I was like, hey, we'll give it to you guys, and it was cool. So I'm going to push this part a little more enthusiastically than I normally do, but if you legitimately did enjoy today's game, this might come as a shocker to some of you, but you are actually more than welcome to leave a rating, comment, subscribe, and generally do your thing, because I kind of feel like this is like my comeback concert kind of thing, and like the past week and a half of my set list, like the crowd has been completely quiet. I think one of my videos had like 14 or 15 comments after like 3 days. And ratings and comments are just generally kind of low because I think people just kind of forgot about me. You know, I was gone for like 3 weeks. I'm like, come on, guys. I'm here. Talk to me. I wish to communicate with you. In fact, I may be streaming in the next couple of days. I'm definitely planning on it because I finally got everything hooked up. There's still a little bit of cleaning to be done around here, but in terms of computer stuff, we are 100% good to go. So let me know. Like, talk to me. I will talk. This will be the video where I talk to you guys in the comment section. And there's that. You ask me whatever the hell you want, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I guess question of the day. Hi, I'm here. How are you doing? And stuff. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Holy shit, I'm kind of dragging on at the end of this one. But that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.